Today's program, I'm pleased to welcome Saul Strain. He's the owner of ABC Sales and Services in, I guess I could call it sunny, St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands. ABC is an ISSA member company. Saul, welcome. Glad to have you.
Thank you, Jeff.
So we're going to talk about ISSA for a little bit and your relationship with the association that serves the cleaning industry. And then we're going to talk about your company as well, because you have a success story to share. So let's start with this. Talk about your experience with ISSA and how you value being a member.
Well, I grew up knowing about ISSA from my father, who was a partner in the business. And every fall or spring, he would travel to the ISSA show, which I look forward to because he always bring me back something when he came back. So my entire life, I knew about ISSA. And as I got older and I chose to become part of the business, attending some of the shows, even when I was in college. And once I joined the company officially in 2007, the value of being part of ISSA is tremendous. From meeting fellow colleagues, business owners, creating relationships with fellow distributors, vendors. It's a great resource to find whatever you're looking for to help you assist in your business plans.
And Saul, I have to admit, when I go to ISSA show, I like to grab the goodies myself, come home with some nice things. So
definitely.
Yeah, you were the recipient of that. Very nice. Let's talk about ISSA programs, specific programs or benefits that you have taken advantage of that made a difference with your organization.
Well, that's a great question, Jeff. The first program that we took advantage of was SIMS, Cleaning Industry Management Standard. And like I said, I started in 2007 with ABC. One of the first years I went to the ISSA convention, I believe it was in Las Vegas, and I saw everyone coming up on stage and they were saying that these facilities were now SIM certified. And I was all hyped, very excited about it, hyped about it. And I came back to the office. I had a big meeting with my entire staff. And I said, this time next year, we're going to be SIM certified. What I didn't realize was looking at those 150 point criteria that you have to be SIM certified. We were a very verbal organization. And transferring to SIMS, you really become, everything's documented. And it took me until 2013 to earn that certification. So I didn't quite make it the following year, as I thought I would. And it took a little longer for us because it's a learning curve. It's a culture shift. But it was extremely beneficial to our organization, to how we operate today. That's one. So the Cleaning Industry Management Standard, and we've been recertifying ever since 2013. This year, with the pandemic, COVID-19, we're still going to market. We want to offer the best products and services to our clientele. And we say we're the best, but it's also good to have it if you have an organization backing you. And disinfecting right now is such a big thing, and it's needed. And there's a focus on cleaning right now. So we thought it would be to our benefit to become GBAC certified, the Global Virus Advisory Council. And we achieved that. And that has been instrumental to advertise, but not just to advertise it, but for our standard operating procedures, for our staff, knowing that when we send them out, when they go out, that they are using the best practices and keeping themselves safe so they can go home safe to their families.
Well, all good things take some effort. You stuck with it and look at you now. So congratulations on taking advantage of those two programs. No doubt you've had other training opportunities and taken advantage of workshops and ISSA resources.
Oh, definitely. I've been a member of ICE but I know that has changed the name recently. Several online programs. There's one distributor that we've been partnered with for over 40 plus years, Spartan Chemicals, and they have a great array of programs that we're able to utilize through them. And we're also able to pass those on to many of our clients.
Very nice. So if someone were to ask you, one of your peers, another distributor company about becoming a member, what would you tell them?
Definitely. You're doing yourself a favor by joining. From an experience standpoint, being able to associate yourself with other members in the industry, you realize you're not alone. Sometimes when throughout the year, we'll run into a situation, we feel like we're the only one experiencing this, but then you realize, no, you're not that unique. There's a whole industry that's having a similar situation. And you find ways to address the same situation. Someone's done it before. You don't have to reinvent the wheel in many cases. So for myself and where we're located in the Virgin Islands, it expands us to a broader, a global experience. And that keeps us innovative, being able to provide the best to our clients.
So let's go back in time a little bit. Tell us about your company, share some early history with it and how it came about.
Okay, well, it started in 1964. I wasn't even around at that point. There was a gentleman, Gil Alstead. He started ABC Sales and Services. He ran it very successfully. And I believe it was in the late 60s, he hired my father, John B. Strain, and he hired my father as a janitor. And there's a main street here. And basically he sent my father down to polish a brass knob. And he's in the center of town. My father came to the Virgin Islands from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, as a school teacher. And when my sister was born, he needed to make additional income. So he took on becoming a janitor as a part-time employee with ABC. My dad did such a great job. Gil had to travel. He offered my father a managerial position, which my dad accepted. And from that point, they became partners. It was Gil and John. They built the company to what it is today. And when I believe it was in the early 80s, Gil wanted to move back to the States, the mainland, and he sold my father his interest in the business. And at that point, my father became 100% owner. I'll tell anyone I should be the last person on the ABC because Gil I think he has 5 or 6 children, and they all worked in the business at some point. Myself, I had an older sister, an older brother, and I'm the youngest of 3. So I've always enjoyed what I've seen and how what's being done. And so up until current, that's been the long and short history of ABC Sales and Services.
I like that story. So what you're telling me, Saul, is you're here today because your dad was good at polishing a doorknob.
A brass doorknob, yes.
That's a great story. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. If you were to share just a couple of quick business or management strategies that your company has implemented over the years that really work, what would they be?
Be kind to your employees. Understand that without them, you won't be in business. Show up every day. These times, it's extremely difficult for everyone. we've gone from 2017 two Category 5 hurricanes to now we're into 2 or 3 years of a global pandemic. Everything is not as what it normally is. So some days are going to be a little stressful than others, but show up. And when you do your best. And understand that everything is not the same. Don't have those same expectations. You have to change your expectations to be relevant in this market right now. That goes to the vendors that you're dealing with, to the clients that you're dealing with, to your employees. So I think vendors, clients, employees, team members, you just have to have a greater sense of empathy and understanding in order to be effective in this business market environment.
I like it. Very, very good information. And if we embrace it, treat your people right, show up on time, some basics, but the basics sometimes get ignored by some companies. So appreciate you sharing that.
Certainly.
So last thing, open microphone opportunity. Anything you'd like to add, say to the cleaning industry, because everyone's watching.
Hello, come on down to the Virgin Islands for a vacation. America's paradise. We'd love to have you. And just continue representing the industry as well as you do. We are making a difference. We are valued. It's unfortunate that it maybe took a global pandemic to put the spotlight on us, but we'll take it anywhere we go.